Eat fruit and mind your business.
Right? That's not the song.
Eat fruit and mind your business.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night, guys, and welcome to another week's episode of EFP Eat Fruit Pod. Whoa, I'm your girl Kay.
And I'm Natasha Renee.
And I'm excited to see y'all and happy Black History Month. So I'm going to start off this episode by letting y'all know my hoodie, Every Nigga is a Star. Make sure you go cop at bigkilla.com, support that queen. And I want to say shout out to all my Black creators, Black entrepreneurs, Black everything out there.
Yes, always definitely support us.
That part. With everything going on, the older I get, like, I know it's really taboo for people to have all these historical like posts and everything about slavery, but you know, I really want to stick with and keep pushing that narrative that Kanye, Yezos, whatever we're calling him these days, brought up, of just that idea of like Black Future Month. I'm still respecting the history, but I also want to also showcase all the people and everyone that's doing things and really contributing to the future of Black history. So I love that for us.
Yeah, I mean, we do have to recognize what's going on now. Of course, you know, we know, and guess we should educate others and continue to educate others, but we should also celebrate what's in the new, the things that people are doing now, because we don't want to celebrate them when they pass. Exactly. You know, we want to see the achievements that they have going on right now. So I definitely agree with that.
1000%. So I was on Twitter and boy, y'all have me cackling per usual, but I did dive into the Black History Month hashtag. And just because, as I said, I'm so grateful for the podcasting space, the fact that we're able to do something like this. And, you know, African and Black history posted, they said during slavery, the most forbidden weapons for slaves was knowledge. Slave masters understood that their social control of slaves could be based solely on physical why can't I say the word? Corrosion. I have a tongue twister, guys. You know the word I'm trying to say. It's COERCION, okay? For whatever reason, my mouth does not want to help me pronounce it, but knowledge was power. So Black people were legally allowed in 1863 to start reading, and it was only the Bible. So, you know, I just wanted to share that for the fact of like being able to be behind a mic multiple times a week and share my thoughts on what's happening in the world and be able to go into apps. This isn't sponsored, but like Libby, and even YouTube has a lot of books, Audible books, and just all these different things that us as Black people, we don't have to put in our race and then they tell us, no, you can't receive this information. It's free kind of, and it's out there, you know? So let's just remind ourselves, you know, it's kind of boring, but when we see books, when we have things that we're able to learn something more, let's take advantage of that. Let's spread that. Let's encourage that, because there was a time when it was literally illegal for us to even pick up a book and read.
No, I definitely agree. I know since it is Black History Month, and you mentioned in that how it was illegal for slaves to read. I mean, it was at a point where Willie Lynch, he was the person who put together basically documents on how to raise a slave, keep books, don't allow them to read, separate the mother away from the, you know, husband, have the mother, like the things that we go through right now is stuff that was embedded in our minds back then. So no, definitely pick up a book, because they always say the one thing to hide from a Black person, put it in a book.
And people wonder where that stems from. Well, it's this. So I am grateful, you know, for people like yourself. And I know a lot of other beautiful melanated avid readers out there, shout outs to Christina Books. I'll probably share her page so y'all can get familiar. And like, she's like a human library. I can ask like, I want to read a book about this. And she'll just be like, here, read this, read this, read this, read this, read this. So like, I love the fact that, you know what I mean? We have even people like that, and we need to just celebrate and appreciate them. I love Well-Read Black Girl. They're another popular forum I know that shares, of course, Oprah's book club. Yes. Shout out Auntie Oprah. And yeah, so let's just continue reading, guys, and taking in information and just really being the kings and queens that we were in the first place.
Definitely.
Period. Yeah. How was your week outside of me just going into my blackness, right?
My week was it was good. I had to actually detach myself away from social media and kind of focus, because it was just like so much stuff going on during the week, you know, school. I'm back in school and work and everything. So I'm like, let me just slip away on the weekend.
Last semester, you gotta buckle up.
Yeah, put my phone on do not disturb majority of the week, and I just like was chilling, like minimum time on social media. So I was just really relaxing, because basically the next week or so I'll be moving. So
I know, we're finally here, guys.
Yes. Everybody gets to watch the transition.
Right? I'm so excited for you, and I'm happy that you put you first and what you got to do. It's really hard for a lot of people to detach or like do not disturb and things like that, myself included. So it's really good when we're able to be mindful of that and curate a space that we can thrive in for ourselves and not let like outside elements, you know, run how our lives go. My week, it was good. I'm healthy, COVID free. Me and my family got COVID. And I don't take that for granted. So I'll leave it to say that was my week. And
speaking of COVID,
girl, we gonna get there, because this panini, Spotify, Joe Rogan, we gonna get into it. As my girl Doja says, get into it. Okay, so. I want to say thank you guys for tapping in. We're officially EFP 10 weeks, 10 episodes in. So I really want to thank you guys for rocking with the change, rocking with Natasha Renee _ the creator, and make sure you're following. And I just super, super grateful. And I'm excited for you guys to continue liking, sharing, subscribing, listening to all the things, tagging us, sending in new music, telling us we were right, telling us we were wrong. I'm open for this conversation because it was illegal for Black people. So let's just talk, right?
Yes, definitely. Let's engage.
Let's engage. I like that better. I think that probably be this week's episode title. Let me write it down before I forget. Let's engage. Okay. So let's get into fruit salad for this week.
Eat fruit and mind your business.
Now, there's a lot of things I could say and I won't say, and I've said before, and probably not going to say again. So I'm going to start it like this. Spotify has officially announced that they are going to be adding a content advisory label to all podcasts that cover COVID-19. All right. Now, initially, when I seen that article, I was a bit surprised, but not. And I don't want to like overwhelm everyone with this information, you know? But what I will say is, as I'm not always trying to bring up Joe Budden, but that is as we said, weeks ago.
Called it. I feel like we called
Literally, right? So Joe Budden, you know, Spotify felt like he wasn't worth that number, right? And being a Black creator, of course, I'm siding with him, because we've seen Joe Rogan get these 100 M's from Spotify. And now the same people that gave Joe Rogan 100 M's, what are they doing? What are they doing? They're not saying you're coming off of our platform.
No.
They're saying, oh, we're just going to put this banner here.
Make sure I put this. No. And
white privilege?
It doesn't surprise me because even though I don't listen to his show, I feel like this was like the second time that this came out. When we had the whole pandemic in the beginning, he was saying some stuff, and I'm not sure because I don't want to quote him, but I remember it was issues before. And so now you are saying the things that you want to say and do what you want to do. And now we have to get a ban on click this and make sure you do this because you opened your mouth, you said something, it offended people, but we don't want to let you go or suspend you or do anything that yet let somebody else do it.
1000%. And 1000%. And don't get me wrong, Joe Rogan Experience is one of my favorite podcasts. And a lot of Black people are going to understand because a lot of y'all don't know your truth. Joe Rogan actually has said nothing wrong.
No,
he has said
he didn't,
nothing wrong.
He offended.
But you see what happens when a white person pisses off the huge company versus when a Black creator stands for their rights, knows their value, sticks up for themselves, and how that is reciprocated, right? Now, furthermore, more specifically, you know, Joe Rogan, he has more than enough fair points. A lot of the things that he's discussed when it's come to this panini, right? It has been of the truth. It is the things that we discuss on the phone that we are timid to say out in public. But he was always fucking right. The vaccine was never going to cure this.
Yeah, that's what I said. I know in the beginning, he's always stood on how he felt about it. And then now all of a sudden you say something, you offend somebody, and now it's issues. And now you have to go on this apology run and tell everybody.
He ain't apologizing for nobody, but Black people would have to.
The last video I saw, he was just like, it's my opinion, but you know, as far as
you know what Joe said,
I didn't want it.
He said, I said this, y'all told me I was talking shit. Took it. Now they're saying what I said. I said cloth masks don't do shit for us. They said I was wrong. Now that's exactly what's being reported on CNN. Joe Rogan, like, I'm just saying we have a truth teller. Not that Joe Budden was necessarily really targeting these serious conversations, but there was a time when I feel like his content was steering more towards the reality of what's happening in the world.
No, it was. I agree.
He was getting a lot of backsplash for that. So now seeing that Spotify isn't like, oh, we're going to take away your money, your this, your that. We're just going to let you continue to do what you do, because they know that it's really that they're upset that it's blocking whoever they're affiliated with their agendas.
Yep.
So, you know, I'm really praying for us all, bro, because this world is like crazy, and more people are realizing that it's not even about the fact that you can't share your truth. It's the fact that the minute you share a truth, your truth, the truth, the whole media warlords or whatever these outside entities are, they come in and they're like, nah, we don't want this anywhere for the public to see. Keep that to yourself. And it's just like, that's scary. And you guys should be terrified about that, because that's telling you that they only want you to see a consistent certain type of feed and program you a certain way. Like even when I was in the grocery store yesterday, and I was walking through and they kept doing the overhead announcement saying, remember to wear your mask, and it literally felt like I was watching one of those like movies I'd watch on Netflix where like the world has turned to shit and you keep getting these program messages all over. So, you know, guys, what I will say to you is I have friends that because I've always said it. I know we hadn't really got to talk about it, but I don't shame anybody when it comes to this. It's an individual experience. You do what you want. You know, I have friends that are vaccinated. I have friends that aren't vaccinated. And I'm not going to tell anybody they're right or wrong because I understand a lot of us aren't millionaires. So we weren't in a position to be like, no, I'm not taking it. And then our job fires us and you can't get no benefits, no nothing. You know what I mean? So literal Hunger Games in this bitch. Like, what are your...
I agree. I never like my thing is whatever you decide to do, that's what you decide to do. I don't fault anybody for not getting the vaccine. I don't fault people for getting it. It's your personal choice. But like you say, now it's set up where, well, if you don't get it, then this is what's going to happen. If you don't get it, you can't go to school. If you don't get it, you can't go to work. And I also understand if this is what the employer wants to do. Unfortunately, you know, that's how they feel. And that's how corporate America is leading to what they're doing. And, you know, as much as it hurts us, it's now the way of the world. Now you have to decide. And like you said, either you're forced into it or you have to find another job, or you can't be, you know, you have to do something. Like you said, you're not the person who's rich and be like, all right, I ain't going to do it. I'm just going to sit in my house and chill. Or, you know, everything I do is at home, so it doesn't matter. But, you know, I'm neutral. I don't, you know, whatever you choose to do, all I say is just wear a mask. That's it. Just wear your mask.
I don't even go that far because I be seeing niggas outside and I'm like, okay. But what I don't want y'all to do is come and tell me nothing about nothing. I'm in my mask somewhere. Don't tell me, everybody has on their mask. You don't gotta wear a mask. Don't tell me that.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, just be very cautious.
No, not you. I'm just saying in general. Like, I've seen, not you. I'm saying, like, in general, I've seen there's like there's also new etiquette out there in the world. There's new ways people interact. So that's something I've just also picked up on or noticed, like people shaming people for whether they decide to wear a mask or not. And the way people have been like, no, but I've literally seen it where people are like, put on your mask, or people are like, take off. Like, I've been like seeing stuff like that outside. And I'm like, that's not like, nah, y'all need to stop that. You don't go to somebody and you respect their space. That's why, like, even a couple of weeks ago, when I was talking about like the extra lengths I have to go through at the grocery store for people to back the fuck up, I literally have to put my cart behind me because I know I'm respecting whoever's in front of me. I'm not even trying to be close to you. You know what I mean? But I literally put my cart behind me. People be looking at me, but I'm like, no, you don't know. And the more I keep looking back at you, giving you the eyes to back up, you're not. And
no, that's how, like, I am. Respect my space. I don't care what you do. If you hug up on somebody or whatever, but when it comes to me, if I'm distant, just respect my space. But no, I didn't know. Like, I wish somebody would yell at me.
It's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. It really is. And it's bringing out a lot of reactions and things out of people that, you know what I mean? For people that's been inside for a long time, it's just a whole bunch of different personalities. So already more than before. So let's just tread carefully. Let's continue to practice empathy. And I'm definitely going to keep my eye on this Joe Rogan, because even Neil Young now, which he was a part of one of the episodes where Joe Rogan had, was having a very honest conversation. And Neil Young is now like, you know what, Spotify, I'm gonna take down my music since y'all got such issues.
He did. I saw that.
Let me take it off your platform. And India Irie recently, I am not my hair. I am not my hair. I am just a soul that lives within. One time for India, because when her video would come on BET, and you just see the and then it would go into the song. Good times. But India Irie, brown skin. That's how we should have started.
Yes, on it.
Don't worry, I got y'all. So India Irie actually also posted to her social media, and she was like, you know what? she's also going to be removing her music from Spotify because her stance is that you guys are paying 100 M's to Joe Rogan to like not do shit, but pay us as musicians a fraction of the price when we're putting out, you know,
more. Yeah.
So, you know, no shade, no tea to Miss India, because I myself do stream your music. I just don't know how much of an impact that will have for you, because it's not really like in 2022. But I do love the fact that somebody out there, as I said, Black History Month, we weren't allowed to say things, is saying something. You see what I'm saying? And that's like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a Lil Mama situation. I don't know if you're like the voice.
You cannot compare India Ari
at all
to Little Mama
at all.
I mean,
her lip gloss was popping though, but not at all.
It's not.
She's like, it's not the same. I know.
But you sit in there. That's what I'm like. No.
But in the sense of just like, sometimes, you know, you'll see something and you see a celebrity like championing it, and it's like, bruh, I know your intentions are good, but I don't know if you're like the leader of this conversation.
No, because she isn't out there. I mean, she has produced some music, you know, but it's not being marketed. There you go. The way in which everybody knows about it or knows what's going on, unless you're a fan. So I know what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? So, and yeah, so this whole Panini situation, it's, as I said, it's bringing out a lot of, you know, new rules, new business tactics, new racial profiling, new ways of just people really insulting each other or helping each other. So I'm definitely keeping my eyes open to this, because Spotify has bought over a lot of podcasting apps. And as I said, the podcasting space is somewhere new. So if now you're going to be banning my thing to be content advisory, when you put out an episode, you have to select if it's clean or if it's explicit. And wouldn't that just be under the definition of explicit? So it's kind of interesting now to see how they're using these business tactics. COVID. We'll see what happens, Spotify. So if y'all go on our episode this week and you see that bitch with a content advisory on it, you know what the fuck it is. A bit of sad news. No, it's not a bit of sad news. It's tragic. Miss USA 2019, Chesley Christ, she has recently passed away. And of course, it's a surprise. Death is, I feel like, for the most part, always a surprise. But this is a young lady that was really out there. I feel like from what I had seen and noticed about her, she always seemed to be in great spirits. She was out there promoting, you know, confidence and self-care and, you know, a beautiful aesthetic and appearance for women to put themselves together, to be in the, as she says, the white collar business environment and things like that. She was like a host on Extra TV. She was out there getting the gigs and getting the things, you know? And I know it's been reported that she committed suicide, but something isn't right. But I don't want to focus on that with this young lady. I just want to say, you know, rest in peace to Chesley Christ, and I hope you are at peace now, Queen. I really do. What were your thoughts on it when you heard the news, Natasha?
It was definitely surprising. It was all over social media yesterday, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And like you know, recently a lot of people have committed suicide, and just, you don't know what a lot of people are dealing with right now. And I just want us to like just get in a mental space where we are good with ourselves, because that's what it is. Suicide, getting killed and committing suicide is like two totally different things. when you commit suicide, that's something within yourself where you
Mm-hmm.
feel like you should no longer be here. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I mean by like us getting in that mental space where we're comfortable, we feel good with ourselves, despite all the bad that's going around, despite us being in isolation, just something positive and just getting on that positive train of rebuilding ourselves and just feeling better about us.
Agreed. And that's why I really love even Mary J Blige's marketing. But I feel like she's also very much telling the truth, because she's a Black woman that we know from the jump. She's been going through a lot. And with her new project coming out, not that it was intertwined, but it just kind of like reminded me, it's called Good Morning Gorgeous. And she has a record, Good Morning Gorgeous. And she did an interview like speaking, and she's like, that actually stemmed from her and being and feeling in a very low place, and being like, she would literally get up and go in front of the mirror and be like, I love you. Good morning, gorgeous. You are beautiful. And it's so important for us to speak those positive words of affirmation to ourselves, because our brain is one of our strongest weapons. And if not dealt with carefully, it can bring you to a space that you would have never believed you could be thinking in this way.
Yeah. So, and then also I want to say too, even if we feel this way as people, as your friends too, if you feel like your friend, especially when people post certain things, if you feel that something isn't right, try to be that supportive friend. I know for me, my friend, someone that I know, it is and has been suicidal. I say is because of mentally what they go through on a day-to-day basis. And I remember them posting on Facebook like, I just want to say goodbye. Literally phone off, everything off. Like I called and did a wellness check, because I'm like, everybody's on, just typing away. And I'm like, are we not seeing that this is a cry for help? And literally he did turn, check himself into a mental, because he was suicidal at that time. Oh so I say also, people really check on your friends. If the shift and things don't feel right, make sure they're good.
Facts. When I co-sign that 1000%, like especially now, like we've literally just on the celebrity Hollywood front of things already have had 3 people that have been reported this week alone, and it's not even Thursday, okay, that have committed suicide. We just started February, the second month of the year. Like if there was ever a time where you feel any type of way about anything, pull up on them, check on them, call them down until you literally get them. Like, it's not the time to be like, I hope they're all right. No, we need actionable steps.
Need to make sure,
Facts. So moving forward, Janet Jackson doc, slowly pieces and pieces have been coming out, and the mix is there, and everybody is always giving Jermaine Dupri his shine with this, because still to this day we're like, how did Jermaine Dupri get with Janet Jackson? I say that to say they addressed in the doc like why they split, because not everybody, but a lot of people were like, bruh, you were waking up every day doing everything you're supposed to, right? So like what happened? Did she forgo you? Like, what was it? And Miss Janet was just like, he's a cheater. He didn't stop cheating. And I'm Miss Janet Jackson. So toodaloos. Like Nardwar. Okay. So had him out of there. And, even Jermaine Dupri was talking about it. I don't know if he was trying to win like a sympathy card or whatever. But, he was kind of all like, when you start dating Janet Jackson, all these women just start coming at you and being more. I could see that, because bitches ain't shit sometimes. Bitches ain't shit. And then just because you're dating this person now, they just want to be in on you, because if Janet wants you, there has to be something, right? What were your thoughts on that?
Well, that segment was very interesting. One, I didn't realize how long they dated. when he was like, because he made mention, I dated her longer than her marriages.
Yeah.
Or like any relationship that she's had is the
Yeah.
longest relationship. And even when they were saying that, like, they started dating when he wasn't in his career and who he was. And I'm like, hold on, Jermaine Dupri, from what we know, has always been Jermaine Dupri. Like, everybody has known him. So, you know, even with Jay-Z, because if you think about it, people knew who he was then. So when did you all actually start?
Well, dating? You know, through, not to cut you, but through watching like other documentaries, like the Bobby Brown documentary, and stuff like that. And like, I remember him pulling up to her house. I think it was for one of the DeBarges, but like, clearly Miss Janet Jackson had a thing for like shorter, dark-skinned black men. So I could see how there may be,
I forgot. Bobby, I forgot
a little bunch out there that was just like, you said you love me, and you know, But as you were saying,
he has a whole song about Janet. I forgot.
I just remember the biopic because it was so good. Like,
he either one of them, I think Roni or something. That's the song about Janet. Or
no,
Roni. Not Roni. One of the songs I remember he said he had wrote about Janet or something around the biopic.
He was pulling up to her mansion. Like, let me in. I love you. And she's like, my dude is upstairs. If you don't get the fuck off of my driveway right now. Like, so shit was lit. Shit was lit back then. Even I was watching a music video the other day, most respect, but it was Nas with Mariah Carey and Joe. The Make It Last Forever remix. Did I not see Miss Carey just comfortably sitting on DJ Clue's lap? And I was like, when did that happen? I totally, you know, so there are a lot of things these niggas are lucky. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. All the,
and that's what I said. And if you think about it, because it wasn't the TikToks and the Facebooks, that's why we didn't pay attention to it until it was the
magazine or something caught it.
Magazine, somebody caught it, and people probably didn't think anything of it because it's Jermaine Dupri.
There was never a time ever in my life that I've ever looked at that man and be like, maybe. No shade, no tea. Respect your music discography. You have one of the most reputable, like, mans could arguably say you're like on that Hall of Fame when it comes to songwriters for Black people.
He's been Quincy doing Jones, it since he was Jermaine 14. So, facts, you know, facts.
And then not just songs, hits.
Yes.
So
14.
That ain't nothing to play with. So another, you know, obviously people knew that Janet Jackson was going to address this Justin Timberlake situation. Do you forgive Mr. Timberlake?
No.
Miss Janet wants us to, but
no.
You see what I'm saying? When I read a lot, like, you know, of course, we lived through it. We watched it. There's been lots of ongoing information that came out. And, you know, I remember reading this article and it was like the guy, I'm forgetting his name now, but it was someone like super upper important in the NFL, like Super Bowl space. And, you know, they literally like were attacking Janet, not Justin, like in a private meeting, being like, you need to apologize to me, like you disrespected me. And like, you know, I'm pretty sure Janet Jackson was there, like, well, she said no, she's not apologizing. And in that moment, Justin did apologize and he didn't defend her. So for that reason, not because of, oh, so much time has passed, because I read the article about how he maneuvered when it was time to be like, nah, I ripped it. I didn't know it was like, you know what I mean? And not leave her out there hanging. I don't even care if you apologize to her for that. I'm not rating that. You know what I mean? And there's also been, you know, we love Justin Timberlake in a sense, you know,
love him.
You know, cry me a river, all the things, you know, I was up in there singing all of it too. But also, I've also heard some other like industry stories about Justin Timberlake, and he's not really. Have you ever watched that movie Friends with Benefits with
I feel like I have,
with Ashton Kutcher's wife? What's her name?
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yep.
Have you ever watched that one?
I feel like I've seen it, but it's not something.
Who he played in that movie
like,
was I feel like him in real life, based on like things that I've heard. So that's the best way I can like tie the two without giving people's information. But yeah, he really, you know, I'm just saying his PR team is amazing. I'll say that. So I'm not forgiving Justin Timberlake. You're not forgiving Justin Timberlake. Black Twitter is not forgiving Justin Timberlake. So I'm sorry, Miss Janet. Respectful.
We decline.
Yeah, we decline. We decline. Moving forward, I was a little bit indifferent about sharing this challenge because RAP to Young Dolph, and I do not get mixed up in street politics, but I know that they, Young Dolph and Gotti, do not have the best experience. So when this challenge came out, I couldn't help but think this is your way of trying to win over people, people, like forget about what happened. But I decided to kind of turn it around. And, you know, one of my girls, Dutchess, from the city of Toronto, she, you know, skedaddled over this challenge. You know, she did her thing. Super proud of her. And she tackled the challenge. So I wanted to play her challenge and get your thoughts on her verse, where we could kind of talk about it. Okay. Hear it?
We don't talk about it, we just packing copies. I'm the blueprint, y'all some carbon copies. If they hating on me, get a fucking hobby. Only time you up is off a fucking Molly. But never I lost, made me the boss, made me the one, lodging in charge. Pretty brown bitch and I shoot like the stars. Pretty brown bitch and that pussy is gold. Big rich nigga and he come with the stick. Call me Miss Six cause they know I'm the shit. Pussy on grip and that pussy on swim. Cook me retarded, he fresh out the bin. Hey yeah, we gon' film it like she call me Kim, huh? Make his ass sweat like a sauna. He can tell by the aura. She a big baller. Packing these bitches just like some Bobby. Y'all bitches suck. Y'all bitches awful.
So proud of you, mama. So that was Dutchess. I don't know. What'd you think of the verse?
I liked it. I had heard when you put it in the notes. I did look at it. I'm like, who is this? Like, I like that.
No, I love her. And Miss Trap Madonna. One of my favorite things about Dutchess as an artist is like her voice, and like I don't know, like she did say her inspiration, like one of her main inspirations is Miss Foxy Brown.
Okay, and you can hear it.
You can hear that, but like even the way she announces stuff, I don't feel like it's her trying to like put on the voice. Like it's really sexy. She has bars. You guys can go check out her page. Like she looks amazing while spitting this verse. So I just wanted to highlight, you know, a female that tackled the challenge and killed it. So I will say, you know, once again, I was indifferent, but I did want to give Dutchess a highlight because there's a lot of female rappers out here putting in that work. And I understand how it's really easy for people to give the male opportunity first. But, you know, I really want to champion on my female rappers because we need you. Like, I'm excited when I see y'all, and we need to bring more of that energy. So great job, Dutchess.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree when it comes, like you said, with female rappers. And just even briefly, when Sin on the show, you know, the Love and Hip Hop thing, she said it like, don't think that you gotta sleep with somebody to get your music heard. So,
exactly.
You know, in the words of Sin.
Exactly.
You don't gotta sleep with nobody.
Exactly.
But it's harder for us as
Sin.
women. Yes. It definitely is harder for us as women to get on there. And I'm happy. And that's the one thing that I do like, that you do highlight, like women rappers, women that are in the industry, you know, because like I said, when I heard it, I was like, who is this? Where did she come from? Like, I had no clue.
Yeah.
Because I'm so used to seeing the things that's on the radio and the same type of sound. And when she came in, it's like, okay, like,
and she was flowing. Yeah, she was flowing. So the news that you all been waiting for. Shout outs to Killa.
Eat fruit and mind your business.
Rihanna officially but unofficially announced that she is expecting her first baby with ASAP Rocky.
Yes, Congratulations to Riri. Yes.
Y'all know I live, eat, breathe, sleep, Miss Robin Fenty. I fucking love her. When I went to Barbados, all I wanted to do was go to her house. I didn't give a fuck that she was there. I was like, Rihanna slept here. I just need to see it. Okay. So
oh my God.
I am so happy for her, the boss bitch that she is. It represents so much for me because she's really always been a female that just came in, music of the sun, and came in and just done her own fucking thing, shining bright like a diamond. No, I'm not on her PR team the whole way through. She'll smoke a blunt with you. She'll pray with you. She'll donate to the kids. She'll donate to the country. Yes. She'll give you drawers to wear. She'll like give you makeup to look good. Like, bitch, all I need is some food and we'll be set. It's like Fenty everything, you know? So I am so happy for her. And you know, just send me the registry. I don't know if I can afford anything on it, but send on the registry.
I mean, you can buy the washcloths in the little towel set.
I don't even know if we can afford that.
Know, right.
I don't know if we can afford that. How did you feel about
maybe the refill nipples for the bottles?
Even then, she's gonna be
or
like,
the liners,
I get my,
the liners.
Right? The baby's gonna have some custom everything. And yes, congratulations to ASAP too.
Yes, I know, but it's all about Riri at this.
You know what I will say? Sorry, before you go, you know what I will say? I won't do that to him. You know, he is another gentleman that, not that I've seen him out here with a lot of women publicly. Yeah. You know, everybody hears things, blah, 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 blah. But he's also another male that, like, it's not like he has, when, you know, women are clowning Future and all these other men, even though I ain't got a problem with them because I'm not in a relationship with them, right? But when they talk about, you know, Lil Durk and all these people, and it's just like, all right, ASAP is a man out here that lived in his truth. If he was gallivanting, I didn't see nobody coming on the internet talking about ASAP. You did this to me, da 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 da. And he seems like a young man that also respected himself in the sense where he wasn't going to have a child with someone until he was ready. That's how I feel. So, you know, I will give that to you. And Black man, that is a perfect example of how to value yourself and love yourself, King.
No, I do agree, because even when the announcement was out, you know, you kind of think, does he? And I'm like, I haven't heard anything like out there about ASAP Rocky. No, definitely congratulations to her, because since she has been out here, I always feel like Rihanna is that different type. She has set trends in every genre there is. Like, even her music, everybody listens to her music. It's like the club music, it's everything. And like, she's always been truthful to who she is. And like you said, I watch her on social media. I started following her just because it's like the realest at the time, you know, the realest social media. I'm like, is she really smoking? Like, are we really doing this? Like, love it. She doesn't care. And I love that about her. But no, definitely congratulations to them. And I wish them all the best on their new bundle of joy.
I do. And like, you know, when, of course, there is a whole lineup of Black women that were super heavy in the industry and then had a child. We have Beyonce, we have Nicki Minaj, we have Janet Jackson. And if I didn't mention your name, is no shade, no tea. I'm just, you know, but saying that is proving to, you know, women out there that are probably aspiring to their dreams and everything, that you don't have to give up. It's not all ends lost. You just keep going for what you believe in, and you're going to be blessed, you know, in ways that you probably don't even expect. So to any mother out there, any woman out there, any family out there trying to conceive, because I won't just put that to cis relationships, but, you know, it doesn't all end there, guys, and you can do it. And God love for y'all. And Rihanna just gave you another example as to why you can fucking do it. Right? So shout out to them. And by the way, there was like a little rumor swirling around, hence why you started seeing everyone changing the picture that they posted about Rihanna, was because the photographer Diggsy started coming out and telling people, you got to take it down or you got to pay me. And I'm like, sir, I'm not sure if you know how this internet thing works, right? But maybe you consult with Getty Images or something and figure out what they did to make sure their shit is all ducks in a row. But I don't know how you think a picture is going to come out with Rihanna and a pregnant belly and people are not going to want to post that.
Facts.
So I'll say that to say sometimes, guys, there's times, of course, you respect your coin. You gotta get your money, but there's times when, like, come on, bro, you just let the culture,
like, common sense is gonna be out there. Like, you're gonna be hitting everybody up. Good luck with that. I think somebody said,
I didn't get my message yet, so it's still there,
right? How quick it went viral. Like, you got a lot of people to call.
A lot of people. So there you are. And depending on how you move, I'm sure you want to do. Well, I don't know if Rihanna's gonna call you back to do the other pictures now, because with us knowing that, she's like, nah, you know. But congratulations again to Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. You know, of course, Twitter is going to go through the whole timeline, and we've seen over their career how, you know, they've had on and off. They've had their flirting, her and Rakim, you know, and it's beautiful when you're able to see people figure things out. And that's not something we get to see a lot in the music industry. Not saying that they have all their ducks in a row, but it is easier when both parents are rich as fuck.
Facts.
It is. It makes for a happier home. Moving.
Okay. Yeah? 1 second.
No problem. Yes. So moving forward, I'm wondering which one I should do first. Okay, let me go with this. Tom Brady officially announced himself that he is finally retiring after 22 amazing years, I would say, in the NFL. Huge. I don't watch NFL or like football, and I know how like huge that is, because if there's anything, if someone were to ask me about football, I can be like, well, Tom Brady, he's the GOAT. Like, I know.
That's the only person I know.
Right. Oh, what is the next one that was dancing? Odell Beckham. Like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'd be a little bit hip. So when I seen that news, I said, I know that's huge. I know that's monumental. And, you know, I really hope it was your choice, Tom. And congratulations to you, because, man, the man has so many rings. I don't even think they could fit on all the fingers. Right? What were your thoughts? Or like, you know, because you're in the States, like football is life over there.
But I'm the only one who probably does not watch football. Like, the whole family, everybody's into like football. My kids' family, their football family. I do not. I always say I will watch the first quarter and the fourth if I sit and watch it, because
halftime show
one with the kickoff, and then at the end, right, probably 10 minutes of the end, because there's nothing else to see. I'm not going to sit there. But from what I hear, based off of the, you know, people cursing Tom Brady out and always saying things about him, I know a lot of people are going to be happy.
Which is real hater energy, because if I'm good at something, fuck you. Of course I'm going to be here and keep collecting these checks and winning. Like, yes. But as I said, Tom, if it was your choice, I support you. Because there's a little bit of swindling saying his dad wasn't too happy, wanting him to keep going. So I don't know what's happening over there. But, you know, when we think about the NFL, there's so much danger that goes along with that career. You know, a lot of people will be watching Antonio Brown. They accuse him a lot of having CTE, you know, and all these things happening. So
the long-term effect, no.
You know what I'm saying? So
but they won't address it. And, you know, so.
Facts. So to me, it appears that he's still there, very coherent. Mm-hmm. So, you know, Ken, go enjoy your better years in your life with your family and do what makes you happy. Now, I know football for sure, Tom, was something that made you happy, but now you can explore all those other avenues and sides to himself. Like if Tom Brady were to come out with, because there is I Am Athlete, which I do love that podcast as well.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't even watch football, but it's just such an amazing conversation to listen and watch at times. And what if Tom Brady were to come out with his own football podcast now? How much you want to bet how many people would be lined up to be like, I'm sure he has a plethora of opportunities looking at him. So I'm not worried for that legend, but salute to you. 22 years in the NFL game is nothing to play with.
Congrats.
So shout out to you.
Congratulations to you on that one.
Yeah. Moving forward again, Viola Davis, because we still in Black History Month. Wakanda Forever. Viola Davis, love you, Queen. She announced that she will be, I'm not sure if it's starring yet because there's no trailer out yet. It was just articles and press releases. But the movie named The Woman King is coming to theaters this fall, and I cannot motherfucking wait.
I'm excited. I was trying to find, I'm like, somebody talk about, like, I want more.
I want
like
more.
Said, the title itself, I'm like, Google, like going down Google trying to find something, but I'm excited. I did read a little bit of information, like you said, it was recently announced, but Viola Davis, that's one of those, another one. She's a phenomenal actress. The parts that she's played, how long she's been in the industry. My all-time show, How to Get Away with Murder. Man,
you small, you important. It's like, yo, there's so many from Miss Viola Davis. Like, yo, let me tell you about this queen. I fucking love her because, as well, we talk about music all the time. We talk about like all these things, but let me tell you about something about our Black actresses getting into their bag and doing these roles that are telling us, yo, I'm not doing them fool supporting Black roles no more. Give me a script, give me a play, give me something of substance that I can bring to my people and be like, this is a part of your history. And, R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman, even though, Black Panther wasn't real, I really do feel like it took them a lot to even get that to come and to execute it the way they did.
Yeah.
And when Hollywood saw the impact of what that really did, yes, it's the coins for them, but I'm happy that we don't know how many projects that gave the green light to, because when we look at the Lena Waithe and the Ava DuVernays and like that show that Megan Good was a part of, and all these things, and we're seeing like all these Black shows have such diversity and just showing that Black people aren't just about one thing. It's really making me excited.
I mean, even with Black Panther, not to throw you off, if you think about it, the designers, everybody was Black. So that gave opportunities for everyone to see, you're doing this, let me hire you, like you were saying. Continue now. I just wanted to put like everybody was Black on that.
For real.
Like
the
whole set was Black.
And like many of you know that listen to the show, I am like obsessed with period pieces. That is my shit. And a lot of the times when I get into my period pieces bag, or like the even the movie, The Story of Alexander the Great and things of that nature, Black women were involved in that and were a part of that, and there was even a lot of stories. History doesn't really depict it. I don't know, because they don't know how, they're scared. You think about stories about Mansa Musa and like all these important legendary Black people that they don't really shine too much on. They only tell us about the part where we're in the States and we're in the cabins and being slaves. But there was a whole plethora of us that were really bosses out there. And there was a crew of women that were literally, there were so many even different types of queens that were running shit. And I'm so happy that we're finally getting those stories told. And of course, I know people are going to have shit to say and be like, oh, this ain't that. And then shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
This is the first one. There's going to be more. But like, I am happy. So far, it seems like they got it right.
Yep. Facts. I definitely agree.
I seen them photos and I said, I am pleased. I am ready.
Yeah.
Take my money. I prefer y'all give me a virtual, experience at home, because I don't want to go to the theater.
I will go. I will go.
You will go because you went for Spider-Man.
I went for Spider-Man, so I will go for you, Viola. I will go.
No, for real. You know what? I should pull up for Viola, and
do me a little Cine Bistro by myself and pull up, sit in my seat, have my dinner and my wine, and watch this movie.
You know, I won't pirate it. I'm gonna do it the right way. I'm gonna do it the right way. You know?
Yes.
I be going on my websites, but I'm gonna do this the right way. Also, you know, just another small history fact, Viola Desmond, she's Canadian, and she was or is the first Black woman to be put on a $10 bill. And then more Black history, the Young Saints, which is a Toronto music duo, did create a song dedicated towards Viola Desmond, you know, and sharing that Black history. So there's something about the word Viola that, you know, just rings with Black history. So I love that.
Yes, Viola.
I love that. Not for real. And I'm like, yeah, give me women with spares and killing niggas. I am there. Xena was my shit. And if Xena was a Black woman, which I still feel like she was, but did you ever used to watch Xena?
Yeah, I was about to say they tried to make her, you know, brunette, kind of tan. They tried to make her
not kind of tan.
She had a little tan,
right?
Not like Xena what is it? What warrior? I'm missing
Xena the Princess Warrior. Yeah,
Princess Warrior.
Yeah, a great time. So the last thing, or no, you know what? That's not even important. So yeah, that's fruit salad for this week.
Oh, okay.
No, it was a Meek Mill thing, but I was like,
oh no. I mean, nothing against
He just posted a picture with
Philly.
Tristan Thompson, and I'm like, I just can't. I can't even bother right now. I can't even bother. So I think that's it for fruit salad. Was there anything else you want to say in regards to this week or anything, Tasha?
Nothing against this week. As far as this week, happy Black History Month. I do want to kind of put somebody out there, Phyllis Wheatley, that is who inspired me to be the writer that I am. She started writing at the age of 14. She was a slave and started writing. Since we're talking about reading and writing, she was in Boston. Always remember her because when I was in the 6th grade, we had that whole Black History contest, and I got second place to Malcolm Luther King.
It still hurts, right?
It's just like everybody write about Martin Luther King, and I want to write about somebody y'all don't even know, Phyllis Wheatley, and I get second place. I'm just saying. Yes, it still hurts me. But definitely a person you want to read about. She's had books. She was published, you know, and she, you know, her masters, because that's where they were, not her parents. You know, they gave her freedom. She did, you know, she got married, but she was a writer. The first Black writer, and I think the second woman writer in the U.S. So, yeah.
Shout out to you, Queen. Shout out to you, Queen. Yeah, I think we should just do this for the rest of the month. I'm gonna just give y'all bare Black facts all up in this bitch. So if you're
talking about reading,
be ready to be educated.
Yeah.
And if you're Black, be ready to hear about yourself. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, so I just want to say, you know, at the close of fruit salad, you know, happy Black History Month again, happy Black Future Month. And, you know, you see a Black person out there, give them a compliment. I feel like that's the vibe for Black History Month. I don't even fucking care if it's their shoes. Just be like, you know, partner, I fuck with your shoes. That's the vibe I want to set for Black History / Future Month. And I feel like that brings out good vibes and good energy. And it helps to show that community love.
Facts. Definitely.
Okay, so that is it for fruit salad. Now, I want to thank you guys a million percent for rocking with us. And if you're on YouTube, this is the time when you switch over to our audio experience and you can hear Downtown Sound, where we highlight new music and artists every week. And Natasha tells you, or so that's what's gonna happen with that. And so tune in. Thank you guys for your support. Now we are about to get into Downtown Sound. Now, thank y'all for staying and hanging out with us. And welcome to Downtown Sound. a segment where we highlight new music and artists
yes.
that drop.